Johnson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go from Raymond James Stadium. We'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. It is a big play there for the Lions. 37 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's a first carry for their running back. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's got the first down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Gibbs. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That touchdown number 23 for him on the season. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Lions will take a...
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Once again, it's Irving. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
Hurry, hurry! Hurry, hurry!
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Buccaneers at 7-2 here on the year. And they come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here, CD. Winners of 7 of their last 9.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better, one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Hey, alert 33. Pistol, pistol, pistol.
From the gun, Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Kings, Kings, Kings. 180.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Mayfield now. He'll try to do it himself. And he hooks it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. George Pickens, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Looking to put a drive together. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Daniel Whelan now. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Hurry, hurry! Buddy! Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Good. Hurry, hurry! Buddy! Hurry, hurry! Run, run, run. Stop.
To throw, Mayfield. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3-and-out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A gain of 16 yards.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Back to throw. Carroll. Well, that's going to be incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Carroll. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up room.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
First down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun. Carroll. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Gibbs again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
180! What's up?
Now Mayfield. He'll try and do this himself. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had a touchdown their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Back to throw. Carroll. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
From the gun on third down. Carroll. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Now Baker going to change it up. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Regular. Real. What's that?
Mayfield. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Got a man downfield, it's Otten. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Point it right. Good sec. What's up?
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At their 48-yard line.
Alert! Hey,
Here's Mayfield. Cotton brings it in over the middle. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
180! What's that?
Throwing, Mayfield. And will find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Run. 180! Up. Hey, alert! What's that?
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's got this to Pickens. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
180! What's that?
Quick throw, Mayfield completes it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's second and goal. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second and goal, Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And just shutting him off there. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there. It's second down.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Pistol, pistol, pistol. What's up?
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That is caught. McMillan with it.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Looking downfield for Godwin.
And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Hey, alert 33.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Caught on a slant. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the
Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hurry, hurry! 180! Real. Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's up?
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Now he gets free up the left sideline. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lift their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Hurry! 180! Hey, alert 33! Run, run, run. Stop!
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aleem McNeil in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Up, 20! What's that?
They're going to look to throw. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Mayfield off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. I tell you what, credit is due there and then preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Carroll. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
3rd and 13.
Back to throw. Carroll. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A give right side for Gibbs. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Wow, 185 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now 2nd and 3. Another run for Gibbs here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Carroll. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And this one is right through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They give him a gain of 37.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Mayfield looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Alert!
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down, brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Kings, Kings, Kings! Hey, alert, 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 alert! Officer, officer! Run, run, run. Stop!
Fourth down, Mayfield. He'll try to do it himself. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Emeka Egbuka from a yard out. And the Buccaneers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And
maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Carroll. And that is incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 60 yards.
Regular.
Mayfield now. Touchdown. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now. Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Here's 2nd and 8. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. There's a short one taken in by Otten. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
180!
To throw, Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 13. short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Carroll. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
This is 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Up.
Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Alert, 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 alert. What's up?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Alert, 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 alert. What's up?
Baker going to give it to Irving.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
A run up the middle with Irving. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Hey, 180. What's up?
Here's Baker. He finds Otten over the middle. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
22 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here's 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Irving.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
180.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And we will get a timeout
with 2 ticks left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game.